Happy New Year, everyone. It is New Year's Eve 2017. We finally made it. We survived the year. Hopefully yours was a good one. Mine was a bit of a roller coaster. Probably the same could be said for you as well. 365 days is a lot of time to allow for something to go wrong. But anyway, at this time of year, we've all been contemplating what our resolutions are going to be. And I've always thought, what a waste of time to do that. I mean, really, why would you recognize a problem and then hold off until the end of the year to do anything about it? I think if you notice that there's some improvements that you can make in your life, it's something that you should immediately start working on. Don't wait until the end of the year. Don't start reflecting upon what you're doing right or wrong come December. And even if you do that, so many people are just set up for failure by doing that, because just because it's January 1st and it's a new year doesn't mean that you're emotionally or mentally ready to make certain changes in life that you need to make. And one of the most common resolutions is weight loss and becoming more organized. And I just found out about that recently, and I thought, wow, I like to think that I'm so different than anyone, but in that respect, I'm very much like the rest of you. Let's take them one at a time. First of all, weight loss. This year was the first year that went by without my having a routine exercise program. I was going to LA Fitness 5 days a week through the summer of last year, and 3 years before that I did the same thing at Planet Fitness, and it reached a point where I had believed I had plateaued and I wasn't really benefiting from it anymore, so I stopped going. And then that's when I came to the realization I have a lot more time on my hands than I would have otherwise have thought had I not been investing all this time in exercising. And one thing that happened was I did put on quite a bit of weight, about 10 pounds. None of my clothes fit anymore. Everything is really tight, and I'm reluctant to go out and buy new clothes because I keep thinking I'm going to take the weight off, I'm going to take the weight off, I'm going to take the weight off. And I've been trying for months, and maybe 2 or 3 pounds will come off, and then I just get them back by a week later, I've already gained the pounds again. And your body doesn't know that it's January 1st. All right, so don't lie to yourself. You're not any more likely to lose weight in the new year if you didn't in the old year. All right. I don't know, perhaps you can, change your diet, and if you hadn't done that in 2017, you can do that in 2018, and you can go exercise at the gym. I know that every January, February, March, it was always so crowded at the gym because everybody signed up and then eventually dropped out. So you see, it's just not, I think that if you set goals that you're unlikely to accomplish, then why make them? And if you're going to make them throughout the year, so you have an opportunity to continue trying and trying. But if you wait until the end of the year to make a goal for the new year and then you fail, then what, you're going to wait another 9-10 months for the next new year? No, I don't think that's a good idea. Now, the nice thing about my resolutions, if I make them, and I haven't, is that I can cheat for a few days, because my birthday is shortly after the new year. So that gives me time to maybe practice, and then if it doesn't work out, just start all over again. And as being organized goes, I think I'm good at doing that, but not so much at home, more so at work. At work, people are so impressed. They're like, wow, how do you keep your desk so clean? And that is because I don't like paper. I really feel overwhelmed by it because in my home life, there's paper everywhere. I save everything. I don't know where anything is. And I've tried to get into the habit of scanning things and then shredding it. But sometimes that's a habit that's hard to keep up with because the volume of paper that I've allowed to accumulate is a lot. And so I have to scan the new stuff and then try to also scan the old stuff so that I can throw it away. But at work, I have no paper on my desk. I take notes of everything and I put it in the computer and then I'm able to discard the paper. So as organized as I am, I could stand to be a little bit more organized in my personal life, but I'm telling you right now, I don't know exactly how to go about doing that just yet, so I'm not just going to, just magically become more organized tomorrow. It's something that I will continue to figure out as the year goes on, and I'll tweak my organizational skills. And I think that's the best way to approach these goals of ours, is to, just try to make ourselves a little bit better and continue working upon ourselves on a day-to-day basis. You should wake up every morning thinking about how you can be better than you were yesterday. Don't identify mistakes and just go on repeating them throughout the year. All right? But really, folks, don't bother waiting until the end of the year. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should never set goals for yourself. I'm just saying this isn't the time of year to do it. I mean, set some other marker. Let it be your birthday when you quit doing something or when you start doing something. Why does it have to be in December that you set these goals? If you want to do it in December, that's all well and good, but also set these goals for yourself on your birthday as well, so you have another crack at it. New Year's is an exciting time of year. I think not only because it's an opportunity to start, anew with certain things, but I also love the celebration because I love fireworks and getting together with friends. And in the past, the way I've always celebrated is by going to the theme parks and riding the rides all day long, and then at night watching the fireworks display. And it's funny because there's so many theme parks here in Orlando, and when I lived in South Florida, I would always drive up for New Year's. I came to Orlando and I went to Busch Gardens in Tampa, and for like 7 years straight, I went to a different theme park every year. And then I moved to Orlando and I don't go to any of the theme parks. But if I don't do that, then my idea of a good time is getting together with friends and at a little house party. I'm not one of those people that like to go to the clubs. Although I do like going to clubs, and sometimes I do that. Don't do a lot of it, but it's on my menu of things to do. And what I like about the clubs is I love listening to new music. I enjoy EDM, and I love fog machines and laser lights and disco balls and all that stuff that just sparkles and is fascinating to me. It's something that I like, and I think a lot of that comes together for the New Year's celebration. So really, that's all I have to say on the subject. Also, part of celebrating also never was, but over the last few years has also become a part of the mix, and that is having something to drink. And my drink of choice, some of you may already know this, is the White Russian. So if you've never tried that before, I highly recommend it. If you like creamy drinks, It's a coffee. It's like having coffee, but with alcohol in it. All right, it is. The brand name is Kahlua, but there's generics as well that you can buy very inexpensively. It has the coffee liqueur, vodka, and half. So it's just like coffee, except it's cold. You can serve it over the rocks. You could also add Irish cream to it. I believe that makes it a mudslide. You can substitute the Irish cream for the half and half. You can leave out the vodka if you don't like a very strong drink, and that's just referred to as a Kahlua and cream. But if you're not drinking, if it's not Kahlua, then it could still be the coffee, liqueur, and cream. And those are the kinds of drinks I like. I like the very fruity and creamy based drinks, but it's hard to get the White Russian at a bar or a nightclub because they don't tend to serve coffee, so they don't have half and half, and they're not going to keep it in stock just for that one drink. But they do have Irish cream, so you can probably get a mudslide if they have the coffee liqueur, and a lot of them do. But if you want the White Russian, you have to go to like a full service restaurant that happens to have full liquor. And so just don't overdo it. Make sure that you Uber or Lyft your way home, or that you have a designated driver. You've made it this far into the year. You should make it into the new year as well. So have fun, drive safe, and I will see you all in the new year.